Okay, it's November 11th, 10:48 a.m. Um, I know I promised to film at night, but I don't know. I just feel like filming now. I've got time now. You guys, please pray that nobody interrupts me while I'm filming this because it's a long video and I want to get all of it like out of my system and out of the way and just upload it. Um, if you guys keep seeing me look this way, it's because I've written everything down that I can remember. But honestly, I'm not feeling okay. That's why, like, I'm gonna keep referring back to here. If you keep seeing my eyes move, I keep forgetting to breathe because I know my words have weight, and I'll try my best to explain what's been going on. But I got up this morning and all the pain from my head moved to my stomach. So yeah, I'm not feeling okay. Um, so I don't remember if I already said this in the first two videos, the one where I'm wearing blue and the other one where I'm wearing gray. Um, but I should probably start off by saying Happy New Year properly. I didn't get to say Happy New Year for 2019, and then this year 2020, and then just now will be 2021. So, Happy New Year. Um, so yeah, I just said I wrote everything down. So it's probably gonna be more with me saying it, but as I'm looking at it, the word count's over 7,000. It's like 7,700. So it's like 19 pages of stuff. So we got a lot to go through. So, anyways, so recently, like the thought that keeps coming back in my head every time someone asks me where my future's going career wise, they keep asking me like, what do I envision my dream job being, right? And that was so difficult for me to answer because I was like, it's easier for me to tell you what I don't want, right? And then whatever I narrow down and whatever's left is what I want, right? So, during that Zoom call, I was telling the girl that, like, um, I want to find a way just to take pictures while helping people along the way, right? So, like, because I want to travel, right? So I want to take pictures, travel, and then help out whoever I run into, and then whatever money's left over, donate it to charity. That's kind of what I want to do. But like I'm finding it harder and harder to do the right thing because it's causing me so much pain. Like I have to do so much bullshit before I could do something like that. So yeah, we're starting the story off at my internship. So like, right, so I'm starting off with work stuff to now. So at my internship, I hated interning there. Mm, like I learned like the energy there is so toxic. I hate it. Um, um, the women, like I was working with a whole bunch of women, right? But like I was told if I want to get up like the ladder, like the career ladder, I have to keep my mouth shut and play dumb. And I was so mad at that. I was like, I'm so outspoken, right? And like if something doesn't, like if you tell me to do something and the reasoning behind it doesn't make sense, I'm not gonna do it, right? I don't do anything without like a good reason. So that pissed me off. Um, like I always felt like I was causing trouble because like they tell me to do A and then because I don't like what they told me, I would do B and then I would get in more trouble. Um, yeah, I felt like my talent was being wasted there. Um, I thought working with women would be more empowering and like I don't know. I thought it would be different, but when like hate working with women. Like I didn't know I would feel that way until that happened. Um, because okay, I'll tell you the difference between working with men and women. So with women, they don't criticize my work. They criticize everything else. Like um, if I don't wear makeup, um, how I dress, the way I speak to people, like that kind of thing is what's irritating. Versus like if I work with men, they only focus on my work. Like they only focus on like if my work is like good or not, and they don't care about how I look or what I say or how I dress. You know what I mean? So yeah, women are way more passive aggressive. I hated that so much. Um, yeah, it was awful. Like I remember one of them saying like it's makeup day. Would it kill you to wear makeup? And I was like, oh my god. Like some of the things just really pissed me off. Like even when I was working, because we're working with people on TV, right? And then these um, you know how like some people are nice on camera and then not so nice off camera? Yeah, like I was expecting that, but some of the things they were talking about I just hated, like because they're like, I guess they're well, I don't want to say famous, but you know, like they're well known enough because they're on TV, so people know them. But like I heard some of them, like I overheard some of them say like, oh, multiple marriages in the media industry is normal. You know, they're like, oh, like I was just like, oh my god. um and then behind the scenes, I saw assistants, like the assistants for some of these people who are going on TV talking. I saw a lot of their work being stolen, and I was like, oh my god, they're treating these people like they're not people. And that really pissed me off. Um, and I remember one of the other ladies telling one of the other ladies that she's saying that she was deliberately giving me a hard time to make me work for it, and I was like, I would, because I make everything like really easy, right? And she didn't think, oh my god, I just hated it. Um, I was all alone most of the time when I had to do stuff there. Um, one of the guys from the news section, he was really nice to me. He talked to me every so often, and he told me, he's like, "You've been here for so long, you still don't know what you're doing." And I was like every day I was there, I felt like fucking crying. Even when I got home, I cried so much because I hated being there. One of the other girls, she was really nice. Like it was hell there for me. And then well, this girl showed up because she fills in every so often, and she was really nice. I like days when she was there, I like being there when she was there because I could talk to her. I can't talk to the others because the way they talk is disgusting. Um, and then and then my two friends off of, or no, three friends, sorry, my three friends off of Instagram I met there, and they're really nice, and I like them. Um, and that was a positive. Um, and then one of the girls when she was working with me, uh, the guy that works in the mailroom, um, he always comes to check up on me every so often, and she's like, he likes you, right? And I was like, yeah, but I'm not giving him the time of day. Um, but like, I'm gonna tell you um, this one thing that happened because I can't get this out of my head. Like, this is something I can't forget. So I was in the mailroom checking all the pricing and stuff, right? Before we have to give it out to the audience at the end of the show. And this guy, like, I have to count everything, right? So then this guy shows up, he's on the phone talking to, I think, his friend, and they're talking about if I'm single or cute, and I was like, dude, like, pass me the phone so I can talk to your friend. I don't need to overhear this right here, you know. But like that, like I never had someone do that, like be on the phone talking to somebody about me in front of me. Like, what the fuck. um okay. um I told you guys I damaged my hands. I damaged my hands there. Um, remember, I don't know which video, but I told you guys like the spirit told me to protect my hands, and I didn't know why until now, and now it's too fucking late. Um, so I had a dream in between there. Um, yeah, I could see spirits passing in and out of the building. So one of them, there was this lady, and she was talking. It was the same lady who told me to behave, like protect my hands. So I saw her um, in my dream. Um, I think my hands are okay now. Maybe I gotta give it like maybe like December, maybe January, and then it'll feel okay. Um, yeah, but every time I was there, okay, before I even had this dream, so every time I was in the studio, like the building, like I told you I was left alone, but I'd always hear my name being called, right? And then when I'd go upstairs in the office section to talk to ask them if anybody called me, everyone's like, "Nah, we didn't say anything." And I was like, "But I swear I heard someone call my name." So yeah, one night I went to sleep and I dreamt, and then I found out it was this lady about my hands talking to me in my sleep. Um, um, she she kind of rubbed it in. She's like, "I told you so," but at the same time, she said I'd be okay. Um, but yeah, I just found it weird. I'm like, she came back to tell me about my hands. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, that's enough about that. Then I was so exhausted, like burnout and whatnot. I was so exhausted. I got off like because I always had to go there early and then get off late. So every time I had to take the train, I fell asleep a lot, right? And I hated that because there's so many different people. It's remember I told you like I can't be in crowded places because I pick up on energy. So like when I fell asleep on the train, I pick up the energy of the people around me, and like I don't like that. So I fell asleep on the train, and I could sense like I'm like half like I don't know how to explain this like I know I'm asleep but I'm still kind of awake, right? But I felt like one of the people getting off the station, their energy was like a TV screen. Like like when you see the color block screen, like on the TV screen with all the yeah, like I opened my eyes so quickly to see whose energy it was. It was this guy getting off the train. Um so yeah, I want to tell you guys that like I was like, what the hell? Like that woke me up. It felt like like black screen, and then you get that TV screen. Like it was weird. Um, um, sorry. Um, so all that shit's going on while I'm interning, and then I'm still in school at this point, right? So I'm going back and forth between my internship and then school. Um, so I remember like um, I was there early because I wanted to get out of that place as soon as possible, and Alex was there. He showed up, and I remember like we were talking, and then at one point in the conversation, I didn't forget this because he was telling me about fake nice people, and I felt something go off in my body, like I don't know how to explain it, like right, and I was like, why the hell out of like I don't know where this was coming from, and like he said that, and then like something went off, like I don't explain um like out of all things he said that, and I was like, how did he know to tell me that? um so um I learned fake nice people are passive aggressive. They're only nice to you or nice to people who are in power. And they talk shit behind your backs. They're kind of like two-faced, right? So I didn't know that when I was dealing with all of this. I was like, is this what passive aggressive people are like? Because I've never dealt with this, and I felt so awful. But the fact that he told me that, I was like, how could he possibly know to tell me this? Um, so I was so miserable with the whole situation with like my internship. Um, and then Alex told me that, and then I started talking to the others. I was like, I don't know what to do here. Like I'm stuck here for like 3 4 months, and I don't know what to do. And then Eiffel Tower friend told me, um, she said, you know why you're unhappy? It's because you're not working that big brain of yours, right? She's like, I haven't been learning anything. I just feel like uh, like a like a robot gone to sent to go do work, right? Like mundane stuff. And she's like, no wonder you're feeling brain dead. And then Ben used to drop me home all the time, right? And I always look forward to him dropping me home because I like the conversations we had, right? Like I could talk properly to him, and it's not like something stupid. Like I like hearing what he had to say. And he told me, because I was telling him how mad I was. I told him how like these people are so stuck up and how they think they know everything, um, and all that kind of stuff. Um, right? I was like, these people's heads are so far up their ass. And he told me, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said um, he said look at people who have like their PhDs and stuff, right? He said like those people, they always say they don't know everything, like they're still learning. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true. The people who know more than most people um still say they don't think they know everything. And I was like, oh, no wonder I'm feeling so awful. I was like, oh, we're in the middle stage with all these people who think they know everything, but they don't know anything. I don't know if I said any of that right. Like, I wish I could explain. I wish I could tell you exactly what he said, because what he like, he made me feel so much better after what he told me. And I was like, okay, I can get through this shit. We can get through this. um. So then, uh, back to school now. So we had a merge going on. So that, I don't know if I told you guys, but that was like our final project before we graduate. So like, I made a playlist if you guys want to see the work we worked on, right? If it would load, I should have loaded this ahead of time. Sorry. Playlist, and then I called Emerge. Where is it? Oh yeah, here, Emerge 2019. Yeah, so these are the videos we worked on. I don't know if you guys saw them. I don't know what you think. Those are like I was there for all of it, like the planning, majority of the filming, and then editing here and there. I hope you guys enjoyed like the first two videos. Like they were so jokes. Like the interrogation scene, I didn't expect them to keep the punch in there. Like, oh my gosh. We did so many safety takes, and that was our money shot. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, so some of the videos, they capture me in them, but you can't see my face, right? That was the most important thing. Like sometimes you'll see my hands or whatnot. Like I'm doing audio in some of them, and some of them I'm planning. And a lot, because I did a lot of the work, and they wanted me to be in the behind the scenes videos, but I didn't want to, right? Like they kept trying to catch me on footage, but I didn't want anyone to like see me, you know, like I did the work, but I don't want you to know I was there. Paul told me I should get in front of the camera and act or direct or something. He said I need to be like in front of the camera, because he said he says like I always seem to know what I'm doing. But I told him I'm not starring in no video, right? Because I can't capture my face. Like I'm usually behind. Like I'm meant to be behind the camera, not in front of it. So I told them they can film me as long as they don't get my face, because that's what's important. So what else is there? My favorite video out of all of these is it's gotta be the interrogation one, and the one where he like opens the magazine. Like that's really jokes. Like I wasn't there for that day for filming, but that one was really good. I nearly got kidnapped when I was on my way home. I was walking home. I was like 5 minutes away from home. And then this dude pulls up, and he's like, get in the car. And I was like, motherfucker, do I know you? Where the hell you come from, right? Like, I don't remember messaging no Uber. Like, where the heck you come from? And then, he pulls back up in front of me, and he's like, he said, sorry, I mistook you. Oh, I can't talk. I mistook you for someone else. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know if I believe him. I was like, okay, be along your merry way. Go along your merry way, okay? I'm on my way home. He said I reminded him of, like, his sister's kid or brother's kid. I don't know. He said he thought I was I was related to him. I was like, what the hell? So like I found that really weird, right? So a lot of people like when they look at me, or they pass by, or they come across me, they say I remind them of someone else, and then I hate that they project that person, their feelings for that person onto me, right? So um it reminds me of that time in high school. I remember this new guy started going to he, I don't know how, but like suddenly he was in our class. um and he'd always stare at me, and then he asked me if I had a twin or something. I think it was like in a science class or something, because I don't remember if it was French, history, geography. I don't remember. It was one of those French classes with him. But only in science class he would talk to me, because I would be done. Because like that was my easiest classes, right? So, um, yeah, he said like, I swear I've seen you somewhere before, and I was like, holy hell. Um, um, he'd always get up in my face and like stare at me, and I was like, I swear to God, dude, like I just go from school to home. I don't know where the hell else he would have seen me, right? But every time he looked at me, it felt like he was looking through me, and that's how it felt when I was at my internship too. I felt like people were looking through me. I was like, who the heck do I remind you of when you're looking at me, right? And then whoever I'm reminding them of, they're projecting those feelings onto me, and I hate that so much. Um, anyways, oh, back to Emerge. So the 360 video was really cool. I got to see when they were setting it up. I didn't know how it worked or any of that stuff, but it was really cool. Um, that day when I posted when I took that picture. So normally, I don't like, I was going to the award show, right, and I was just taking pictures just to see like if I looked good enough, like if I was ready, to um, like if I was ready. Um, so normally it just hit 11:11 on the clock. I keep seeing numbers. Okay, we'll get back to that. Uh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So normally I take those pictures and then I delete them, right? I don't normally post them, but for some reason I felt like posting that one. So yeah, you're welcome. um, Same thing with the photo I took the other day too. The one where like I have like the headphones in, and I'm just like, I just woke up. Like I just turned on my phone and then used the filter just to see like what the heck, because I felt like something was watching me, right? And I wanted to see what they were looking at, right? So I just turned my phone on to see, and I just took that picture, and then I was um, like I could feel you guys around me too. Like I felt like when I was dreaming a lot of stuff. Um, so I decided to post the picture. Normally I just take the picture just to look at for 2 seconds and then delete it. But that's how, but now I keep posting them. Um, okay, so for Merge, Cal was our like the head of our team, and I was really happy because in between all of this bullshit and then work, and then Cal was asking me, like, he called me up like at the most random time. He was lucky I was even on my phone, and he's like, Felicia, do you think I'm a bad team lead? And I was like, oh my god, the fact that he even called me just to ask me my opinion made my day. I was like, oh my god, you actually want to hear what I have to say? I was so exhausted at that point. I was like, I don't have the energy to even deal with anybody, but because it's Cal, like I had to. Um, um, I like that, like when we like the difference between like real world stuff, like actual like work stuff, and then being at school. Like there's a major difference, because people like being home here, people are more supportive, and then being in the city, people are always tearing you down, like you're disposable. Like, oh, if you can't do this, like I can replace you with someone else in like the next second, and I hated that. But when I was like here, like I don't know what I was doing. I think I was filming or editing, or I think I was filming or taking pictures or something. And one of the girls from I guess the other classes or whatever, she came up to me and she told me, um, she said, "Wow, a female camera operator, that's hot." And I was like, "Oh my god." uh, like that made my day too. I was like, "Oh my god, like because when I was in the city, everyone's like, ew, it's a girl working a camera. Ew, she's so young. Like, it was like, I felt like I was being talked down to. But when I'm here, everyone's like, oh my god, Felicia knows how to use a camera. Like, hyping me up. Like, like, they're so encouraging. Like, my work means something. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm in the city, they look at me like I'm trash. Like, my work is worthless. But, like, when I'm here, like, I don't know. I miss being home. I miss having people tell me, oh yeah, that's hot. Or like, how am I, like, everyone being excited, you know? Um, so all the people I was working with, I felt comfortable being around them. So I was comfortable enough to eat around them, you know, like snack every once in a while. Because normally I don't eat around people. So I don't know if they notice and they start looking at me funny. I keep forgetting to do like humanly things. Okay. Um, oh yeah, at my internship too. Um, because I was like Paul and them, like when they asked me to be in front of the camera, like I was thinking about like, you know, like real life shit, like when I was at my internship and if they put me in front of the camera, you know, the first thing they're gonna tell me is to get my like my ass and tits done, right? Because I'm so flat, like they're not gonna want people like me on camera, you know. Like I'm not ashamed of my body, but having some people tell me like my body is wrong pisses me off. um yeah, I should tell you guys that you guys are fine the way you are. Okay, don't let anyone tell you anything else. Okay, like I hate like everybody when I was on my intern kept calling me a skinny bitch. I was like, are you fucked? I can't help it. I can't eat when you want me to eat. I can't, like, there's certain things I have to do differently, right? If you want me to function properly, it pissed me off. um yeah, so by the end of it, like with aside from all the good stuff, right, like the one or two pockets of good stuff, I was so worn out with all the negativity I was getting. And sorry, my throat. So when you're burnt out, right, no one cares if you're burnt out. And then it felt like such a like a loss of my investment of my time. um like I feel like I wasted all of that time, and I was like, my time didn't go toward anything worthwhile. And then I was talking to Ani, and Ani, she wrote a blog post on being burnt out, and I shared that with you guys on Twitter, I think. I hope you guys read it because she's going into journalism, or she wants to be a journalist. So if you guys don't mind, like, check out her blog post and whatnot. Go support her. She's a really talented writer, right? I like her thoughts, even if she can't, like, sometimes she might not be able to like put it into words, but like her train of thought I really appreciate. So I didn't know burnout was a thing. I didn't know everyone was feeling so like dead, right? um yeah, so by the end of it, I was like, I didn't even think networking was even valuable because I'm meeting all these people on TV and like they're well known and stuff. And I was like, everyone at school was just like, you work with people on TV. And then I was like, yeah, and like it didn't go anywhere. Um, mm, you guys would tell me like it's who you know, not what you know, right? And I was like, but all these people that I'm like coming across, like I don't like, like I don't know. Um, I'd rather know everything than know people who think they know things. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I hate that the whole fake it till you make it mentality. Like that pisses me off. Like can you imagine if you're like faking to be a doctor and then when you actually have to be a doctor, like you fuck up at the end? Like I would hate that so much. Um so at that point I was feeling like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, and then fucked either way. Um I came across a saying too when I was like um going through all of that. And the saying goes, build your own dreams or someone else will hire you to build theirs instead. Right? And then at that point, I realized, like, fucking hell, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to be the CEO of I don't know what. Right? Because I hate having people tell me what to do, right? Especially if it doesn't make any sense. If you tell me to go do this, you're not telling me why or, like, anything like I hate it. So now, career wise, I was left at a fork in the road. right? Always forget what this saying is called. You know, like the path less traveled versus the road not taken. I don't know if I said that right, but you know what I mean. So for me, the fork in the road's here, and there's always three paths, right? The first path A is always the one that everyone takes. Path B is the one I'm usually on, where it's like I take some of whatever path A is, but I still put my twist on it. And then path C is the road I want to take, but I'm too scared to take that jump, right? That risk um, because it's scary, you know? But at the end of the day, it's more beneficial for me to take path C, right? Um, so right now, normally I take path B. When I was on my internship, I was at path A, and that drove me fucking mental. Um, and right now, when I'm filming now, I'm doing path C, which is what like I really want to do. If that makes any sense, I don't know if this makes sense to you guys. Um, so in between all of that, I was figuring out where I want to go, like future wise, like where the heck am I heading, right? Um, so I let you guys know that like I started writing everything down, everything in my. I had to take everything in my head and like get everything out of my head onto paper. So that's the first thing I did, and then I wrote that homelessness blog post because I kept coming across homeless people in the city. Like everywhere I walked, I was like, oh my god, we're like a first world country, and there's still people suffering. I was like, how the fuck, like, this is ridiculous. So yeah, I wrote that blog post. You guys check it out. I had Matt look over it for me, right? And the way I wrote it is kind of how I want my writing to be when you read the other posts. Um, so I purposely did my blog black, right? And then the writing's gonna be colored, right? I wanted it to be like that. Um, yeah, so everything was changing so rapidly that I started like I started working through where I wanted to go. Um, like all the dreams I put on hold, I started working on them. Um, and then at that point, I was like, oh my god, this is like a mountain of stuff. I was like, why do I always have an endless amount of things to do? So I cleaned up my computer because I had to get rid of all like my school files and then intern files, and I just want it to be like stuff I'm working on now. So, right, it's like everything in my head, but like on my desktop. You know what I mean? Um, so I cleaned my computer to the best of my ability. Um, and then um, that scared me, Jesus. um, yeah, I cleaned it out to the best of my ability, and then I started. I didn't get to write the blog post, but I created them so you guys could see like how it looks in my head. But